June 17th of this year marks the day I set out to complete my second 70.3 triathlon at the Patriot half in Cape Cod. Last year I competed in my first 70.3 at Timberman 70.3 in Laconia. That bike course had a lot of tough climbs, so with the experience and an easier course I was fully expecting a big improvement. I did a lot of racing leading up to this race, with the rainy 4:16 finish at the Boston Marathon a few months earlier, a top 10 finish at a local 5-miler, and a really windy day at the Newport 10-miler. The rough race weather I had been seeing followed me into this race, but it didn't really get bad until I was about halfway done. Knowing about the weather forecast ahead of time, I set out to get a really strong start and was able to finish in the top half of my division in the swim with a 39-minute 1.2-mile swim. Sub 40 was the goal, and I just got there. The wind made me feel like I kept getting blown off course, but it wasn't too bad. The bike was by far my biggest challenge, but I saw it as my biggest room for improvement, where my near 4-hour bike split at Timberman was one of the slowest of the day. This day, I went out as hard as I could, while still being conscious of the run. It wasn't raining when I started on the bike, so my game plan was to get as many miles going, as strong as I could before the rain set in, because I had little faith in my bike handling when it's dry, let alone with the rain, so I'd have no confidence then. I had crashed on a training ride about 3 weeks out from the race, and that cut into my training quite a bit, so that was fresh in my mind on race day. It didn't start raining until nearly 30 miles, but at mile 40, it started pouring sideways. At this point, I was getting pelted, and I was riding through huge puddles, and my shoes were taking in water like fish bowls. I decided to ride cautiously, as I was getting pretty tired, and I couldn't afford another crash. The rain butchered my time, but I still improved my bike split to a 3:29. Originally, I wasn't comparing the bike split to Timberman's because of how much harder the course was, but the rain made it an easier comparison for me. Even with the improvement, I only beat 11 racers on the bike, so I had to make up for it on the run. What's going on, guys? I'm 2 miles into the half marathon part of this half Ironman. Got a guy about 100 yards up. I'm trying to catch him, a couple guys behind me. The rain's making this pretty tough, but I'm gonna get there. I improved on my 2:14 run split from Timberman by running the first 6 miles at a stronger pace before easing into a similar pace the last few miles for a 2:08 half marathon. I finished up in 6:41:32, crushing my goal of 6:45. Now I want to see how I can improve on a sunny day, but that will be a test for another race. Sub 7 in the rain.